Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Path of Rage, and today we're doing another Star Citizen video, this time going over the StarEngine, the actual game engine that Star Citizen is built on. I'll talk a little bit through it to point out the things that are currently in the game, things that are currently not in the game, or things that are partially in the game compared to what's being shown. But the engine behind Star Citizen is an incredible one in my opinion, and I hope you enjoy this deep dive into it. Get started. Alright folks, and here we go. We're going to check out a little bit of what Chris is saying first before the full engine demo, but this is mainly a fairly lengthy video about all the features that are in the engine behind Star Citizen, which is quite frankly a formidable one. As somebody who plays the game on a regular basis, I'm going to point out some of the things in this video that aren't in the game yet, and quite a few of the things that are. Because this, again, quite frankly, this game engine is actually incredible. Without any further ado, let's get into this.
And I'd like everyone to know that the people that aren't here in person, we're going to be able to give select access to the Pyro Playground next week. So we'll have more details on that if you go to our website, robertspaceindustries.com, to find out how that works. This year is the most excited I've ever been at a CitizenCon. I think we're going to show some stuff that's going to blow your guys' minds. A lot of stuff we've been working on really hard, actually, for the last few years. Anyway, I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. And there's a lot of stuff that's been iterated on by Squadron 42. You guys will have probably noticed that the tasks have dried up on the task tracker. And you're going to sort of see the results of that over these next 2 days. So hopefully you like it, and a lot of what you're going to see is going to be coming into Star Citizen over the next 12 months. Even a few little things will come into 322 at the end of this year, but definitely next year a lot of what you'll be seeing will be coming in.
That's big if true.
A dramatically different experience in Star Citizen. So I'm very, very excited.
Very much so.
So to our opening presentation, I noticed there was a little concern occasionally in the community that they were afraid by the time Star Citizen finally becomes 1.0 releases, maybe our tech's going to be obsolete. But to paraphrase Mark Twain, or misquote Mark Twain, because I don't think he actually said this, the news of Star Citizen's obsolescence has been greatly exaggerated. We're always going to be evolving and improving, taking advantage of new technology, even long after Star Citizen is out of alpha and we're at 1.0 and below and beyond. Quite
frankly, they're ahead of everybody.
Hang on.
Or most people.
It's gone backwards now. It needs, oh, come back. There you go. Sorry. So we thought this CitizenCon would be a great place to share a lot of the tech we've been working on for the last couple of years. This presentation will be from our core technology group, which is what we formed our graphics and our online tech, audio tech, engine tech under, and they're responsible for building the tech and our engine that runs both Star Citizen and Squadron.
It might not be optimized, but it is gorgeous.
Basically a session talking about some of the new stuff that's coming into the engine in the near future. But before I do that, we're going to run a little video here to remind ourselves just everything we have in Star Citizen and our tech does, because I think sometimes people don't realize everything that we can do all together. So let's run that video.
Everything you're about to see has been captured in-engine as one continuous shot without loading screens. The distance between planets has been compressed for the sake of brevity. Those of you who follow my channel and watch the Starfield playthrough and the ungodly amount of loading screens in that game, watch the difference with this. The fact that this is all done in one shot without loading screens is mind-boggling. Excuse me. Solar system size game spaces. This is in the game right now. 64-bit large world coordinates engine. What makes these giant spaces possible? And I do mean giant. Oh. Seamless transition from space to ground. Starfield could only dream. Planet Microtech. Fully explorable planets without loading screens or boundaries. This is true. This is in the game now. Has been for a few years. Physically based atmospheres with multiple light scattering. I'm gonna turn it down just a tad. Planet surface generation on client and server at different levels of detail. And you see that from space to ground. This is one of the cities, New Babbage. Streaming allows for expansive interiors or exteriors with interiors. Locations populated densely with characters and players. That's true, although because of server issues, they mostly T-pose still. Or walk in place. They're still working on that. Physicalized frozen ocean. Hyperloop. Real-time transit systems across city districts. Because it would take too long to run. The scale of this game is mind-bogglingly large. It's realistic. And that city and this planet, this location, is in the game right now. Fully interactable and explorable multi-crew spaceships. Like that one, it's the Carrack. These ships are levels in and of themselves. Again, no loading screen to come in here, folks. They just went through the window in atmosphere. This is one of my favorite ships in the game too. It's cool. Real-time biome generation. Think these are procedurally generated planets, or partially. They're mostly procedurally generated, and then CIG fixes them up. Subterranean locations, some of them big enough to get vehicles in. And this is in the game. So far, everything they've shown is already in the game. Mineral extraction and resource simulation. ground fog fully integrated into the atmosphere. And that's in the game, but is receiving an update. Some of the stuff they show here is about to be in the engine. It's not quite yet. Sunlight shafts through the atmosphere. Rivers driving terrain modification and object distribution. Prospector mining ship. The detail going all the way down to the ground. Dense environment procedural generation based on rule sets. Terrain tessellation and hardware displacement. So far, all of this is currently in this engine. If you're playing on the live servers right now with the alpha build, you'll be seeing this. The game does look this good. Dynamic planetary winds driving the physics simulation. This is true. And the winds do change in intensity. Sometimes you get actual storms going on. Full weather system, or most of it. This is not in game yet. Dynamic ecosystem generation for flora and fauna. Yeah, these things aren't actually in the game yet. Apparently they're about to be. Nice little settlement. This is an absolutely gorgeous game engine. Generation and rendering of volumetric clouds at a planetary scale. Also in the game. Seamless transition from ground to space. Yeah, keep hammering that home, guys. It's worth it. I cannot tell you how, even as buggy as the live alpha is, that sense of immersion from no loading screens is unreal. This is a quantum drive effect. Yellow Moon of Crusader. Real-time large-scale asteroid generation and rendering. Also in the game, and flying around these things is awesome. Combat in it is terrifying. You just look at it. I want them to use this game engine as well for like Star Trek and Star Wars games. No joke. I really hope CIG does that. Licenses this engine out. Real day-night cycle based on planet rotation in the game. Crusader. This is a gas giant. Pardon me. Volumetric clouds on a gas giant scale. With the Cloud City. This is hands down my favorite location in the game. It's just gorgeous. It's awesome. Look at this. This is one of the landing zones in the game. You can set for your player habitation. You start your game in. And that's where all your stuff is stored. You come back to re-gear and equip and save stuff. Look at this. And as someone who has alpha tested this game for like literally 8 or 9 years now, I have seen the progress they've made all the way along. The differences in this engine now between earlier, it's night and day, and weeks past. MSR, that ship is in the game. The space whales, however, are not in the game yet. Apparently, like the other ones, they're coming soon. They might be out by the end of the year. Rumors are. By the way, there are a lot of people who call this a scam, saying that you have to spend hundreds of dollars on spaceships. That's absolute horseshit. The most you have to spend on this game is $45 to back the project. You get a starter ship. Everything else is available to be earned in-game. I have spent $100 on this game in 10 years. I bought a starter package. I saw the way this was going. I bought a slightly bigger one to keep supporting, and I haven't since. The idea that you have to spend hundreds of dollars to play this game is horseshit. Don't believe anyone who tells you that. Cool. This is a jump point. Because now we're about to get our second system, the Pyro system. What I don't know about this part here isn't in the game. Neither is the entire system we're about to see. It's supposed to be by the end of the year, or in some capacity. But none of this is actually in the game yet. It exists, it's about to be, but it's not in the current build. Massive, fully explorable space stations streaming on demand. That is in the game. All the space stations. There's 27 in the Hurston system, or Crusader system. Stanton, jeez. Place is all run down and busted up. Taken over by pirates. Think the Brethren Court from the Pirates of the Caribbean series, and that's what you're looking at in space. And again, folks, because it bears repeating, You haven't seen a single loading screen, have you? Melanin-driven skin shader. I don't think this is in right now. Not this, what they're showing off right now. I know the tattoos aren't. But the character models are in the process of being updated right now. I think that's part of it. Do what you will about CIG. They know how to make a trailer, don't they? That is just dope. Look at that. Tell you one thing for certain that they are doing is seriously speeding up movement for this. You do not travel this fast in the game. It's one of its biggest downfalls. Travel times are a bit realistic too. 3. This planet is not in the game. Yet. And supposedly, in some fashion or another, it's supposed to be out by the end of the year. Or first quarter next year. Sunshaft occlusion on a planetary scale. You can see that right there. Let me tell you, flying a spaceship through these clouds is dope. Reclaimer in trouble? That's a cool looking ship. You take a look at the ship models even, like the attention to detail and the environments. Dynamic fire simulation based on voxel grids. This is not in the game yet. The current build does not have this. Supposedly it's coming soon. This year, but in the current patch that if you downloaded today, you would not see this yet. Guy just casually walks into the fire. Look at that smoke too. Like, you look at that, you'd almost think that this was a movie you're watching at times. Volumetric shadows from clouds cast into atmosphere. That does exist right now. That does exist. Video chopping a little bit there. will chop a bit. Again, this game is not optimized yet either. But I mean, this is what you can expect to see playing this game. On multiple planets that you can hop back and forth between without loading screens, and then buildings that you can go into without loading screens. Water simulation on decals. Yeah, you can see it moving down here properly. That's not in the game yet. That's not in the current build. That ship is. Gladius. Hierarchical object container technology for outposts and all locations streaming. Just talking about how they bring in all their assets. The tech behind this game is actually super impressive. Physically based advanced water effects. That looks dope as hell. Not in the game yet. But it is. God, look how cool that is. Physically based destruction. This is nowhere near being in the game yet. They say it's coming very shortly. We'll see on that one. Real-time water interaction effects also not yet in the game. Not in the live build. I gotta remember to say that. It's the current live build. Real-time cloth simulation. Dynamic blood, sweat, and tears. That's not in the current build yet either. The stuff that's not in live is dev build only. But apparently now we're going to start getting this in the persistent universe. Can't wait. And there we have it. The rest is just talking and whatnot. We're not going to go into all the panels from here. If you do want to watch those, let me know in the comments. I'll happily react to those videos with you guys if you want. Or you can check them out on their Twitch channel. And on their YouTube channel. They're uploading most of these. I haven't done with this one yet. That's why I had to use the Twitch version. This engine is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see between an engine that looks this good and once they get it optimized, properly, between that and the scale that it provides in that dynamic server meshing from the prior video I did, this could really change gaming. Now, and imagine everything you just saw right now, without all the loading screens, but with your favorite science fiction setting. Star Trek, Star Wars, Firefly, whatever. If they were to license this engine out, my God, space games would just explode. But in any case, most of that stuff is in the game right now. If any of you guys want to try this out, you've seen this, you're not sure where it's going to go, I suggest waiting for a free fly week. They have them fairly often. I think one's coming up shortly. Where you can just download and try the game for free for a weekend. If you do, be very aware that it is a very bug-filled environment still. you can have a lot of fun with it. And I've gone hours without experiencing a bug, and I've had other sessions where I can't get out of my hab, which is right at the beginning, and you have to reload onto a different server. If you do decide that you want to give this a try, check in the description below where I have a creator code. You can use it. It'll give you 5,000 extra in-game credits to spend. I mean, that's the money you make from missions and stuff. It's how you can buy all the ships in the game and the ground vehicles and what have you. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Honestly, let me know what you guys think about Star Citizen and this game project overall. Subscribe if you're new to help me grow the channel. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. I've been Rage at Games. Bye-bye.